Have you ever felt like you're constantly misunderstood? No matter how hard you try to explain yourself, it's like people just don't get it. You might feel like you're living in two worlds. One where you know exactly what your purpose is, and another where others only see fragments of who you truly are. If this resonates with you, then you might be experiencing one of the most common yet silent struggles of the chosen ones, being misunderstood. The reality for chosen ones is often this: the deeper your purpose, the harder it is for others to truly grasp it. Your journey is different, unique even. You might have a sense of destiny that others can't quite comprehend, and no matter how much you try to explain, there's a disconnect, a gap between what you feel and what others perceive. It's a feeling of isolation that, if left unchecked, can become overwhelming. But here's the thing: this feeling of being misunderstood isn't a reflection of your worth or your purpose. It's a natural part of walking a path that is not meant for the masses. Your purpose is unique, your energy is distinct, and it requires you to be something more than what society expects. But that very difference, that very light you radiate, is what makes it hard for people to truly understand you. Sometimes this struggle can leave you questioning yourself. You might wonder, why am I always the odd one out? Why does no one seem to see what I see? You're surrounded by people, yet there's this constant feeling of being alone. It's not that you don't have friends or people who care about you, but there's this deeper connection that seems just out of reach. And this is where the true pain lies: the desire to be seen, to be understood, to be accepted for who you truly are. But here's the good news: being misunderstood doesn't mean you're broken or that your path is wrong. In fact, it's a sign that you're on the right path, the one less traveled. When you're chosen, when your purpose is greater than what most people can grasp, it can be difficult for others to keep up. Your light, your energy, your very being is powerful, and it disrupts the ordinary. It's like you're a mirror reflecting back a deeper truth that others may not be ready to see. And while this is part of the journey, it doesn't make it any easier. Over time, the feeling of being misunderstood can start to weigh on you. You might question why you can't just fit in, why your experiences and feelings don't seem to make sense to anyone else. It's frustrating, it's lonely, and at times it might feel like you're fighting an invisible battle that no one else understands. But here's something important: you don't need to be understood by everyone to live your truth. The real question is not about changing who you are to fit in, but rather learning how to cope with the solitude that comes with living authentically. The more you embrace your unique path, the more you'll come to realize that being misunderstood is simply a part of the process, part of what it means to be called for something bigger. Now, before we dive deeper into how to cope with these silent struggles, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay connected with content that helps you navigate the challenges of being a chosen one. This journey is not easy, but together we can embrace the path and turn these struggles into strength. As you continue walking your path, it's essential to remember that not everyone will see the beauty of your journey right away. Some people might even be critical, dismissive, or confused by your choices. But remember, you are not obligated to explain yourself to anyone who is not ready to understand. You are meant for greatness, and your purpose is much bigger than the limited perceptions of others. Now that we've touched on the pain of being misunderstood, let's dive into how you can cope with it. Because being a chosen one, while a deeply fulfilling experience, also requires resilience. It demands you find peace in the silence, comfort in your own company, and strength in the face of misunderstanding. One of the first steps in coping with being misunderstood is embracing your uniqueness. When you accept that your path is different, you release the pressure to conform or explain yourself to those who aren't on the same journey. This doesn't mean isolating yourself from others. It simply means recognizing that your journey is your own, and no one else's approval or understanding is necessary for you to move forward. You see, most people aren't walking the same path you are, and that's okay. Your uniqueness is your strength. The more you learn to stand in your truth, the less power misunderstanding will have over you. It's about taking your focus away from the need for validation and shifting it to the beauty of your individual path. When you stop seeking permission from others to be yourself, you create space to fully express who you are. And that expression becomes a light for others who feel the same way, but may also be struggling with their own sense of isolation. Another essential coping mechanism is self-compassion. Being misunderstood can often lead to self-doubt, especially when people who are close to you don't understand the depths of your purpose. This can trigger feelings of rejection, making you question your choices. In these moments, it's crucial to be kind to yourself. Remind yourself that your purpose is not meant to be understood by everyone. It's a journey designed specifically for you. When you're kind to yourself, you're able to shift your mindset from one of frustration and confusion to one of acceptance and peace. You begin to see that your struggles are not signs of failure, but rather opportunities for growth. Every time you encounter a challenge in being understood, it's simply a chance for you to reinforce your trust in yourself. You are exactly where you need to be. Also, remember that solitude isn't your enemy, it's your ally. As a chosen one, loneliness can feel like an inevitable part of your journey, but solitude doesn't have to equate to isolation. Solitude gives you the space to reflect, to heal, and to reconnect with your own inner light. It's in these moments of quiet that you can truly hear your inner voice, the one that guides you on your path. This doesn't mean cutting yourself off from people entirely, but it does mean finding comfort in moments where you're alone. Embrace that space to recharge and refocus. It's a chance to get clearer on what truly matters and to strengthen your connection to your purpose. When you learn to appreciate the solitude, you'll no longer feel lonely because you'll be at peace with yourself. And here's an important truth. You don't need to explain your purpose to everyone. A chosen one's path often requires faith. Faith in yourself, in your purpose, and in the understanding that not everyone is meant to walk with you every step of the way. There will be people who, no matter how much you try to explain, will never understand the intricacies of your journey. That's okay. Their lack of understanding doesn't invalidate your experience. Sometimes, the best way to cope is to let go of the need for others to fully understand and accept that your path is a personal one. The more you focus on the people who do understand you, whether they're a small circle of trusted friends, mentors, or even people you've yet to meet, the less power misunderstandings will have over you. And when you embrace your own authenticity, you begin to find others who are on similar paths, who do see your light and understand your purpose. These connections, though rare, are powerful. They will remind you that you're not alone in your journey, even if others don't get it. As we continue this exploration of the silent struggles of the chosen ones, it's also vital to recognize that growth takes time. You're not going to suddenly find peace with being misunderstood overnight. It's a gradual process of acceptance, healing, and trusting that your purpose will unfold as it's meant to. Your journey might seem like a constant battle with others' perceptions, but every step you take towards embracing who you are is a victory in itself. And remember, you are allowed to take your time. You don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to constantly explain your decisions. You can walk your path at your own pace and in your own way. This journey is yours, and no one else's timeline or judgment should define it. Now that we've covered embracing your uniqueness, practicing self-compassion, and finding solace in solitude, let's talk about how to use your struggles to grow stronger. Being misunderstood is not a sign of weakness. It's an invitation to evolve. Every challenge you face, every time you feel like you're not seen or heard, is an opportunity to solidify your inner strength and deepen your connection to your higher purpose. One of the most powerful ways to cope with being misunderstood is through personal reflection. Take time to understand why it bothers you when people don't see things your way. Is it a desire for approval? A fear of being rejected? Digging into these feelings allows you to better understand your own vulnerabilities, and the more you understand yourself, the more you can learn to protect your energy. Personal reflection also helps you redefine what it means to be understood. Instead of relying on external validation, begin to shift your focus to self-validation. Your worth is not determined by how well others understand you, but by how deeply you understand and accept yourself. This mindset shift will allow you to stop depending on others for affirmation and instead begin to give yourself the encouragement and approval that you need. You'll find that once you start validating yourself, the opinions of others won't carry as much weight. When you fully accept yourself, you're no longer seeking understanding from everyone around you. You will find a new sense of inner peace, knowing that your purpose is real, even if others can't always see it. You're walking a path that was meant for you, and that's enough. This acceptance empowers you to confidently move forward in your journey, regardless of whether the world understands or acknowledges your path. In the process of dealing with being misunderstood, it's also helpful to develop emotional resilience. The more you are misunderstood, the stronger your emotional muscles become. Each time someone challenges your purpose, you have a choice. You can allow their misunderstanding to hurt you, or you can use it as a lesson in patience, perseverance, and inner strength. Building resilience doesn't mean you won't feel hurt. It means that you will develop the ability to move through those hurtful moments without allowing them to stop you. Resilience is like a muscle that gets stronger the more you use it. Each time you encounter a misunderstanding or rejection, you'll grow more equipped to handle it in a healthy, empowering way. And eventually, you'll come to realize that misunderstandings are often a reflection of the other person's limitations, not your own. When someone fails to see your path or your worth, it's not a reflection of your value, but rather their inability to comprehend the depth of your journey. Another powerful coping mechanism is to find your tribe, people who resonate with your energy and understand your unique path. These are the individuals who, even if they don't know your entire story, will see your light and recognize your strength. They will support you when the world feels like it's too heavy, and their understanding will help you continue to move forward. While finding your tribe might take time, these connections are invaluable because they provide the affirmation you need, not from a place of validation, but from a shared recognition of each other's journeys. It's also important to recognize that being misunderstood doesn't necessarily mean you're alone in your struggle. There are others who feel the same way, and they are out there waiting to connect with you. By embracing your journey and your truth, you will naturally attract people who share your values, your vision, and your purpose. They might not fully understand every detail of your path, but they will respect the depth and authenticity with which you walk it. One last way to cope with the silent struggles of being misunderstood is through creative expression. Whether it's through writing, art, music, or another form of creativity, expressing yourself creatively allows you to communicate your inner world in ways that words often can't. When you feel like no one understands, creating something from your soul gives you a release, a way to channel your emotions and turn them into something beautiful and meaningful. It's a way to speak your truth without needing validation from anyone else. In fact, many chosen ones find their most powerful insights and clarity through creative endeavors. Art, for example, is a universal language that can speak to the deepest parts of the human experience. It allows you to share your journey with others in a way that doesn't require verbal explanation. Your creativity becomes an extension of your energy, a way for others to connect with your essence, even if they don't fully understand it. In conclusion, while being misunderstood can be one of the most challenging aspects of being a chosen one, it is also a powerful tool for personal growth. Embrace the silence, embrace the solitude, and use each struggle as an opportunity to grow stronger. Understand that being misunderstood doesn't invalidate your journey. It is simply part of what makes your path so special and unique. You're not meant to be understood by everyone, and that's okay. The people who are meant to walk with you will find their way into your life when the time is right. Until then, focus on your own growth, your own peace, and your own light. Because when you do, you'll shine brighter than ever before, and eventually, the world will see the beauty of your journey.